design of the catheter is really perfect to perform pulmonary vein isolation. It is also very practical when we want to go beyond the PVI. It's very easy to use it in a posterior wall, for example, and you can do the posterior wall ablation in just like minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes. You can do a posterior wall ablation with the shape of this catheter.
There is definitely an advantage because it's a single shot device relying on a very effective energy source. It combines all the benefits you should have to isolate pulmonary veins.
So the FARAWave design is making it very easy to perform PVI. And why is that? Is because it has two different shapes. One is the basket, which addresses the ostium of the veins, and the flower, which will go a bit more enterally and try to connect these two applications to each other to really isolate beautifully the pulmonary vein. In my opinion, the architecture of this catheter is making it very easy and reproducible to perform PVI.
So that's very interesting, because if somebody, when I have seen this catheter 2-3 years ago for the first time, the design of the catheter, I was very surprised, and I thought because we are used to baskets, we are used to balloon catheters, but I was really, when I saw the flower, I was really doubting how the system is going to work in patients, although I am really somebody who always try to stay antral and outside of the pulmonary veins. And it surprised me really with using the system that, and I really, and I say this from my heart, I really have a big admiration for the engineers who came up with this idea of having the flowers, the form of the flowers, and the size of the flower, which is actually making the antral lesions, which I think are very important in the success of the procedure.
Well, it's clear that that catheter is really made for the job, made for pulse field. We see other catheters that were designed for RF, and they are rebuilt for pulse field. I don't know if that is ideal. It's really clear when you use the pentaspline that it's made for this indication.
FARAPULSE catheter is designed as a basket, and it has two configurations. So you can use it as a basket catheter, but you can also unfold it like a flower. So you can use it as kind of a stamp to do the outside of the vein and the ostium very well. So the basket shape is fit inside the vein, so you can easily do the carina and other stuff, and then when you go to the flower, you have a very nice ostial ablation. So I think that's an advantage of the design of the catheter.
Yes, there are many advantages to the FARAWave design. First of all, the fact of having these two configurations, these progressive configurations from basket to flower, permit to adapt to all the PV anatomies that are out there. And let's not forget that the posterior wall is very important in maintaining atrial fibrillation. The fact of having a catheter that can easily and very reproducibly isolate the posterior wall is absolutely fundamental.
I think the design of the catheter is pretty interesting. The fact that it can adapt to flower or basket form makes it very versatile and can let us not only treat PVI, but also other triggers in the atrium.
Yes, in particular for the veins, because you have the conformation of basket and flower, so you can cover effectively both the ostium and the antrum of the vein. And especially with the flower, you can reach also other positions that might be difficult with other catheters. And the dimension is good for all the targets in the atrium.